Hello and welcome to the Court Report. I'm Keith Schweigert. He's LNP sports writer John Walk, and we're discussing Lancaster-Lebanon League boys basketball. John, this is our first time together since the holiday break, so why don't you fill us in on some of the highlights that we missed? What results did you find the most interesting over the holidays?
Well, McCaskey, I think, is right at the top. They went to the championship game of their Hagelgans and Veronis tournament against Lower Merion and got crushed, losing by 20 points. They were lost offensively, but I think Lower Merion was just that much better. I think they're one of the best teams in the state, and it showed. We'll see if McCaskey can kind of rebound from that moving forward. I think they'll be fine in the league and section play and whatnot, but it'll be interesting to see how they improve come district and state playoff time. If they meet up with a team of that caliber again. The other team is Hempfield. They went to the championship game of their tournament, and they lost by just 3 points to Central York. Now, Central York, that was a team that was undefeated until this past Saturday. They're one of the best teams in District 3, and Hempfield hung right there with them. And then Hempfield on Saturday went to Reading, and they lost by 50 points. So you go from, losing by 3 points to Central York, really good team, thinking, oh, Hempfield, they might be one of the best teams in District this year. And then they go to Reading and get crushed by 50. Yeah. But from what I've heard, Hempfield is one of the, their top 3 players right now are currently battling injuries. Brian Carl was out in Saturday's game, and then there are a couple other starters that are in there that are just playing through injury. So it'll be interesting to see as we move forward here if they get healthier. I think they'll be one of the dangerous teams to watch down the stretch if they're at full strength. And just a shout out here to Cocalico's Tucker Lesko. This past week scored a season high 31 points in the Eagles' 15-point win over Downingtown East last week. And not only that, in the same time, Lesko became the all-time boys scoring leader in Cocalico program history, passing Carl Unruh. And Unruh held that record for 41 years with 1,264 points. Now Lesko tops that list. Wow,
it's very impressive. So now that we have the holidays behind us, the meat of the league schedule's approaching. Looks like 3 of the 4 section races are fairly competitive. Only Lebanon's running away with things in Section 2. So kind of put that into perspective for us and tell us what games you're looking forward to over the next couple of days.
Next couple of days, well, I think Section 4 we're not going to see much until another 2 or 3 weeks from now. Lancaster Mennonite, Lancaster Catholic are the 2 teams to beat there. I know Lancaster Mennonite, I was out at their practice last night. They have a brutal schedule coming up here in the next couple of weeks. I'll probably talk about them more next week. But looking ahead to Section 3 and Section 1, I guess I'll start in Section 1. McCaskey and Hempfield, since those are the 2 teams that we talked about, they square off on Friday. McCaskey travels to Hempfield. So again, if the Knights are at full strength, it'll be an interesting game. We'll have McCaskey bouncing back from the loss against Lower Merion. We'll see how they fare, and we'll see how Hempfield fares in bouncing back from the loss to Reading. Right. The other game is down in Section 3. Cocalico travels to Lampeter-Strasburg. Now, LS is the only team that's still undefeated to this point in Lancaster-Lebanon League play. This year they are 9-0 overall and 6-0 in Section 3 play. And LS, I think the only 2 teams that they're going to be challenged by in that section is Elko and Cocalico. Now, LS already crushed Elko earlier this season. This is Cocalico's first whack against LS this Friday. So those are the 2 games that I'll be paying attention to.
So it sounds like we got a lot of fun games on the way. Thank you, John. Thanks for coming in. And thank you for joining us. Be sure to follow along on Facebook and Twitter for more boys basketball updates, and we'll see you next time.